morning, everybody. Just getting situated here. Good morning, everybody. Turn my sound off on the computer. And I forgot to do the change it so it's not upside down for some reason. I usually remember that. Okay, so today I am going to use Quiet Meadow, the stamp set, and the dies. I need to move these over a little bit so you can see them better. And this is the host code for this week. If you decide you would like to place an order and order the dies and the stamp set or any other supplies, that would be wonderful. And if you use this host code, I will give you the beautiful the beautiful new in color gems. I had them right here, and they are so pretty. These are I've used a couple of these, but these are the 2021, 2023 in color jewels. Aren't they pretty? And that would be for a $50 order. That would be before tax and shipping. And in this next week, use this host code BWWN9UWN. And this is driving me nuts with the backwards thing. I'm gonna see if I can change that right now on my phone. So hold just a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, so that should make it better. And I close your eyes if you get car sick. I'm going to put this back in the phone clip. All right, much better. So the host code is BWWN9UWN. And I need to introduce myself. I'm Verna Mullen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am located in Western New York State, outside a little town called Canisteo, and I live on a farm, and I am bringing you a Farm Fresh project today using the Quiet Meadow stamp set and the dies. Aren't these beautiful? So they have a lot of wildflower dies, different grasses. There are some butterflies, which we're going to use today. There's that one, and there's this little kind of half butterfly. There's some little tags, and I really love this tag, die tag, and there's even a small one here. And these are for the centers of your flower. This one right here, you'll see that I've used that today. So let's get started. And my website is stampinnotes.com, and I also have a YouTube channel. If you are watching this on YouTube, I would so appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, and you do subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified when I upload my next tutorial. So the first card we're going to start with is a card that we're going to use Pale Papaya cardstock for the card base. And I'm just going to score this, and I will have all the directions and, well, not the directions, the supplies in my description below and on my YouTube channel in the description. So as you know, we're getting ready for celebration, and will begin August 3rd when you can order from the new celebration catalog. And this is this is the mini catalog. It has gorgeous stuff in it. Oh my goodness, I'm waiting for my order to come today. And then this is the little celebration catalog. So for every $50 you order from the mini catalog, you can get something free from the celebration catalog. And it's a really wonderful, they have deal, and they have really wonderful sets in there. And if you sign up to be a demonstrator during celebration, you not only get $125 worth of products for $99 and free shipping, but you get to choose a bundle. It could be, there's a list of bundles you can choose. They range from $30 some up to $60. It could be a stamp set and a punch, stamp set and dies, but that begins August 3rd. And I would love to have you on my team. My team is Sweet Stampin' Chics, and we have a great time. Okay, all of that. I'm gonna go forward, and what I'm gonna do first for this card, this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I am going to color this. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. And actually, this is going to be the bottom part of it. And it doesn't have to be exact, as you can see. I'm using a Stampin' Blends marker. It's an old marker with a tip that is been well used. And this is gonna, well, you'll see. This is gonna go on the front of our card. I'm gonna turn it this way because I'm a lefty and do the rest of it. We have any other lefties out there? So I hope to do this once a week. Hopefully on Fridays if my schedule allows, and I will announce it during the week. Monday evenings we have mystery stamping in the Meadow, and if you would like to join that, we would love to have you participate. And I usually post what you need for that over the weekend before, so you can cut your cardstock and get it ready. I'm switching to Old Olive ink here, and this is the light Old Olive. And so that's at 6:30 Monday evenings Eastern Standard Time, and we have a lot of fun with that. I'm going to go back down in and kind of just fill in a little bit here. Then I also, if you're interested in my Sweet Notes card club, that is a monthly card club. It's $40. You will get the supplies pre-cut to make 8 cards, 4 different designs. That includes your inside sentiment piece and your envelopes, and $20 worth of product. It changes. It could be paper, ribbon, adhesive, gems, and then it includes shipping also for $40. And if you stay in for 6 consecutive months, you will get a free stamp set, any stamp set in the current catalogs of your choice. So if you're interested in that, email me at vernastamps@gmail.com. And my Facebook page is Verna Mullen Stampin' Notes. Okay, so we've got this colored. Now this is really cool. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring in my little die cut machine. This is the mini cut and emboss machine. And it's really nice because it doesn't take up much space, and it's nice for die cutting smaller things. And in the catalog, it's marked, you'll see that it's marked. There's a little icon that says you can use these dies with a mini machine. It's noted in there, and there's some embossing folders too. Okay, so I'm using this grassy leafy die, and I'm gonna cut that out of the center of that. Oh, this is backwards for me, so I'm gonna turn it. And I'm gonna run it through my little die cutting machine. Sorry about the phone moving. Okay, and it's nice because it folds up. So we have this beautiful looking fern. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty with the different tone colors. And we have this piece also. We're going to use both pieces. And so I'm just going to take my piercing tool and poke out these little pieces that didn't come out immediately. There's a few here too. Okay, so that's done. And we've got that piece we're going to use on a different card. We're going to use both of them. Okay, I'm going to grab my garbage basket. I forgot to bring it over here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to take, this is my Pale Papaya that I'm using for this card, and I'm going to take and I'm going to adhere this onto here, just like that. And I think actually I will pop it up with dimensionals. Dimensionals are like a foam adhesive that gives it a little height, raises your paper up a little bit, or your die cut or whatever you're using. And it has a little backing that you can see me peeling it off as I'm going here. It's kind of cloudy here today, but we've had quite a bit of rain and it's not supposed to rain today, so that's good. All right, so we're gonna layer this or add this to the front, and that is showing a little bit. I'm gonna just clip that off there, this edge. I don't like to use my good snip scissors for that, but oh well. And you want to center this, so you've got about the same amount of space at the top and the bottom, like that. Okay, and then this is sticking up, so I'm going to take a mini and stick a mini under there. Well, actually, this is where the tag's going to go, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right. So now I have already done this in advance just to save time so we can get through our cards today, but I have used Crumb Cake, and I've stamped Thinking of You, and again, this is in the set, Thinking of You, and I've used this tag die right here. And I'm just gonna pop this on there, again with dimensionals. I need to move things over this way a little bit for the camera. The other thing that's going on right now is our Designer Series paper sale. And I'll show you in a minute. 15% off, and there's some beautiful paper in there. And I believe that goes till August 2nd. Okay, so Thinking of You. And now I'm going to take a piece of Cinnamon Cider, and I am going to take the stamp that is, this has like a textured dots, and I'm going to take my Cinnamon Cider, ink pad, stamp pad, And I am just gonna take this and go across it like this. And then I'm gonna take the butterfly dies, they are right here, and die cut out the butterflies from that. And I have already done that just to save time. So I will show them to you. And they are right here. And we are going to pop them up on the card. So I think I'll put one here, maybe one up here. Actually, I could use a third one down here. So maybe I will die cut a third one for there. And I'm just going to use our liquid glue to, oops, that is popping up, to put this on. And you just need a tiny bit of it. I'm just kind of bend his wings up a little bit to give him a little shape. Like that. And this one can go up at the top here. And I think I will die cut another one for the bottom out of, I've got to adhere that piece down there because it's making the tag stick up. Okay. And so I'm gonna cut another one to go towards the bottom there. And there's our paper that we stamped. I'll run this through. And I'm gonna go back. Sorry about the shaking. Okay, so we have our other butterfly. How did we get all crooked here? And we're gonna put him down here. Thinking of you. Now, the other card that I did, and I'll show you that in a minute, I didn't have a bow on it, and I think it would be pretty with a little bit of twine right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my twine. And I like to do a double bow. I'll show you the other card I made. On the farm today, or this weekend, we're going to be doing a second cutting on a field that we have oats on, or had oats on, and the other grasses that were planted with that, right below the house here. And the deer love it, so I hope they don't come up and get into my daylilies. Last year, or the year before, they went through and, like in one night, cleaned out my daylily, the blossoms. I have over 100 daylily varieties. So that was a little discouraging. So we've been trying this year to put soap, shaved soap around, and put it around the flower beds. All right, and then I could add some little gems here, or like on these two if I wanted. Actually, maybe I will do that. And these are the genial gems. Maybe I'll go with a green. The smaller ones. Yeah, those are pretty. And this is the new, these are, I think this is supposed to be the soft succulent, but I'm not sure on that. So our outside is done, and then for the inside, because I probably will want to write something. I'm going to grab a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch basic white cardstock. And again, I'm going to stamp this with that dotty texture stamp. I'm just going to go along the side here, like that. And you could do the envelope flap that way too. That'd be pretty. And then I'm gonna put that on the inside. Just cleaning off my stamp. Okay, so, and I'm gonna use Stampin' Seal Plus. This is my favorite adhesive. It's great to use with a silicone mat beneath it because if it doesn't roll, if you run it on that, it'll get it rolling again. Actually, I think I want these on the outside. So we're gonna lay this here. And that looks about right. So this card is done. I'll show you the other card I did, which is similar, is with the Blackberry Bliss. And this DSP is from the In Symmetry Designer Series paper, and I just cut the butterflies out of that. You know, I think they need like a gem or two. So let's add a couple of these to them. It'll make it, give it a little sparkle, it'll dress it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that better. And since there's no bow, let's add one there. Just add a small one here. Thinking of you. Maybe another one with that. Yeah, actually, I don't really like that there. Let's try putting it this way. Thinking of you. Okay, so this is very easy to make. Simple yet very pretty. All right, so let's go on to the next card. In this card, we're going to use our die cut from our this die cut that I had right here. And I'm using Cinnamon Cider. Cardstock. And we'll just give it a good burnish here. Okay, so this is the card base. And then I have a piece, it's 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to bring in that same stamp with the dots. And grab a piece of scrap paper. And I am going to stamp dots on the front of this piece. And we'll stamp off some of them. So we'll have some different colors there. First generation and second generation. Okay, and there's a third and a fourth. All right, so we've got that covered. And I'm going to use the sentiment that's in the set. It says, heartfelt love and caring thoughts are with you. And I'm going to bring in my early espresso because I want it a little darker than this. Okay, so the one I'm using is I was going to show you the box, and oh, here it is. I'm using this one. Heartfelt love and caring thoughts are with you. Let's see if I can get it straight. I'm going to put it in the lower corner here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and so now I'm going to bring in the piece that I had colored and die cut out of the other using the other card. I'm just going to put some, oh, there's a piece I missed. I'm just going to put some glue dots on the back of it. Put one there. There's one. Even the back is kind of pretty. These were cased from Stampin' Up, but I just loved them. I didn't use the same exact colors, but the card recipe is basically the same. All right. So let's put this about like that. And then I've die cut another flower using the white, just out of white cardstock. Sorry for my arm in the way. And it's this one, and I'm going to put this one going I think I want this more turned towards the right more. Let's see if I can get it up here without ripping it. All right, so I want this going this way more. And I'm going to stick a glue dot under a couple of those to help it stay better. I'll put one under this one. There. Okay, so this one is gonna go like that. And we'll do glue dots on this also. Put one there. Whoops. One here. One up here. All right, so I've used probably 5 or 6 glue dots on this one. Oh, come on. All right, so we want this to cross over up a little bit. The green fern like that. And again, I'm going to use baker's twine. And I had already had a bow made for this. I think I'll put that right there. So there's our front. Isn't that pretty? Again, I'm going to use dimensionals and pop it up. You could also use the foam adhesive sheets. They're great. I really do like using them. It's just fast. You cut your foam however wide you want it. Cut it and lay it on there and you're done. And peel off the back. It's exactly like these, except it's a foam sheet. Well, some of those just went all over the floor. Okay. So I'm going to lay this down like this and center it on here. It's got to come down a little. Well, that's a very simple but beautiful card. I really, really love that. I love the simplicity of it. That's like a country card. All right, let's see if this is 5 1/4 by 4. And it looks like it is. All right, let's put, I think I'll use this stamp set right here on the inside. And I'm just gonna stamp that up and, I'll grab Crumb Cake. It kind of looks like the front, the bouquet on the front. And when you have a large stamp, you can stamp upside down. And I am just gonna go, I think like this. We're hanging off a little bit here. There, isn't that pretty? Kind of rustic. I could stamp, I'm not gonna, but you could stamp some more on this side here if you wanted to. And it would be really pretty on the envelope. In fact, I might do that right now on the envelope. Okay, so this is gonna go right here like this. I can't see any comments, so I hope, I don't know if Facebook is working right or not, or maybe nobody's on right now. So there's our card, isn't that pretty? And then I'm gonna take an envelope and do that on the outside. This could be a sympathy card, or just, you know, some kind of a card where you just are, something tragic has happened, or someone is sad and you could send heartfelt love and caring thoughts are with you. Dealing with illness, anything like that. There. So we've got our card, and our envelope. Isn't that pretty? Yep, I like that. All right, our third card today. Again, this is a little bit of a, this is a smaller card. It's a 4x4 card. And I'm using Crumb Cake cardstock. I'm just putting my stamp away here. So, actually it's not Crumb Cake, it's Soft Suede. I had some sticky butterflies stuck to it, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so this is our Soft Suede. It's 8x4 and it's scored at 4 in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our craft ink, our white craft ink, and stamp the dots on the front. Actually, I'm going to try doing the typewriter looking stamp, which is this one. And I had to mark on the back. I don't always use the stickers. This side is the upside because it's so tiny, I couldn't read it really from the front. And maybe you will not have that problem, but that's the problem I had with it. Let's move this down. All right, so this is an old craft ink, white ink pad, and now it comes, the pad is not inked up and the ink comes separate and you ink it up. So I'm gonna go like this, like that. Maybe a little bit down here. I'm going to stamp off and do across the top here. All right, so you get the gist of that. So we've covered that, and this takes a little longer to dry, so I'm just cleaning my stamp. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what we're making. This is the card we're making, and I had used the dot with the white ink on this card base. So the butterflies on here are Crumb Cake, and what I did was I took a piece of Crumb Cake and I ran it through the embossing machine in the bark folder before I die cut them out. Let me show you what I did. So I'm going to bring in the regular size Big Shot to show you how to, if you've never embossed or used an embossing folder. This one also folds up. See if we can get it under there okay. And for the 3D embossing folders, you use the base plate. What's nice is everything is explained on this, what layers to use for the different things that you're die cutting or embossing, what plates to use. So now if I can find my embossing, there it is. This is the bark 3D embossing folder. I'm going to take my Crumb Cake piece and just lay it in there like that. And this goes on the top. Sorry, I know you can't see good. And then you run it through the machine. And this is your bark piece. Isn't that cool? You could use either side, really. All right, so then what I did was I took the butterfly dies, this one and this one, to die cut the butterflies, so that gave them a little texture. All right, and I have already cut some out to save time. I'm not going to cut all those out right now. So these are my butterflies that got stuck to my other card piece. And as you can see, and I've already put the dimensionals on them so it would go fast to get them on the card. You can see the texture. I hope you can see that. But it gives them a nice texture. All right, so we're going to bring our card base back in. All right, and I'm going to start layering the butterflies on it. So it usually is about 3 across, and I'm going to put, and I had 3 rows going down. And I had them pretty much in lined up. You could do it in a scattered look, and that would be fine too. All right, so we're going to put this on here like that. The next row is the sky. And we're going to do another large one right about here. And then a small one here. Then I've got a small one down here, and a large one, and we're going to do another large one. And I had to use the mini dimensionals with these because the large ones, you could use them if you cut them, but they just didn't fit on there well. Let's move this over a little bit. Move him over a little bit. Maybe this one too. Okay, so we've got our butterflies on there, and I don't, you know, that look of with the typewritten white is okay. I think I like the dots better, but that's okay. All right, so now I have die cut out this flower. It's this die right here, and I've used one of these for the center, the pink center. And I'm just going to use my liquid glue to put that on there. I'm just going to lay it across there like that. This would be really pretty on a large card too, a regular 8.5 by 5.5 card base. And you don't need much of this glue, just tiny little dots of it. All right, he's gonna lay on there like that, hopefully. Now I'm gonna take, pink ribbon would be pretty. Even twine would be pretty. I'm going to use the Pool Party. I really love the Pool Party ribbon. And what did I do with the Pool Party ribbon? Did I not bring it over here? Here it is, right in front of me. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ribbons. And this is the sheer ribbon. And I want my bow to be on this side here. So I'm going to leave a length there. I'm going to go around like this. And you could You could use tape. Actually, I think I will use some seal to hold that there. Seal Plus. And if it seems like it's sticking through the ribbon, then I'll just put a piece of cardstock over that. This whole area would be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches. All right. Oops. I'll bring it over to this end. Entire bow. Loop around here. Maybe. Oh, come on, Verna. And then I'll anchor that down with a glue dot when I get it here. Okay. Well, that looks pretty straight there. This I want to come down a little bit. And so I'm going to take a glue dot. And just put it right here to anchor my bow on. I'm going to make my loops a little smaller. There we go, and cut the tails off a little bit. There, isn't that pretty? I really like that. Okay, so for our tag, I have already stamped it and die cut it out. It says, thinking of you. And I want it down farther, so I'm going to put it right here. I don't like it up there with the flower up there. Thinking of you, thinking of you, thinking of you. I think I'll put it like that. And I am going to use dimensionals. I have a whole strip here I'm going to put on the back. And then another smaller strip. Right like that. All right, so actually I think I'll put it like that. Thinking of you. So, and then we've got this one that's this way, and then this one is down farther. I like this better. I'll put a little gem there. A couple gems. Maybe. Oops, I lost the glue part, the adhesive part. There, thinking of you. And on the inside, you can just put a piece that's 3 1/4 by 3 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches. So we've got these two here like that. That's all I was going to make today, but I'll show you a couple more that I did using this set. This is kind of a shabby chic look, and I've used the soft succulent. I've I've torn this paper on the edge and then torn the crumb cake and also dabbed it with crumb cake ink. This is soft succulent. This stamp is in here. I didn't use it today, but it's a really pretty stamp. And I fussy cut this flower and then crinkled it all up so it has that kind of wrinkled look. And you can see I've done stamping on the card base too. And on the inside, I used the leftover piece of designer series paper. So I like that card. This card here, I've done a lot of, used the blending brushes, used a circle here to cover that, blended it with Pale Papaya Pool Party, and I think this was, the really soft green. I know it's on the tip of my tongue and I should know it. Soft Sea Foam. And this is the designer series paper that's for hostess. It's $30. And I can't, party pack, I think, something like that. But this is a fun fold card. And it looks like that. And I've used our new shimmer vellum here. And I think so saffron on the sun. And these are the new in color gems on this. This stamp set is in the Quiet Meadow. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. And again, I'm hoping to do this weekly as my job and time permits. And I will see you next week, I hope. Have a great day. If you have any questions, email me at vernastamps@gmail.com. Take care.